There is a need for helping animals in a crisis, whether it be weather-related, whether it be man-made issues or cruelty cases. AHS has a duty to help these animals because that is part of our mission.
We wanted to make sure that everyone going out on the case, any case, whether it was neglect, cruelty, whatever the case was, that they felt mentally and physically prepared for what they'd be encountering.
The critical response team really helps form a group of people that really have the skills, the desire to help these animals, and a group of people who can handle witnessing animals in their worst.
We're here to help in any way we can and to answer the call to get help to those animals and people that are in need.
My first day, I worked on dog intakes. So these were dogs that came from Beaumont that were in the midst of the water. A lot of the animals down in Texas weren't healthy to begin with. Either the owners weren't caring for all the diseases that are down there, because there's a lot more diseases down in Texas than in Minnesota, or these were stray animals, like more stray dogs than we probably have here in Minnesota. So this little puppy that came in from the storm, very thin, as you can tell. You can see the bones and spine and everything. Was covered in fleas. And the big injury is this tail. We don't know what happened to it, but basically it's what we call a degloving injury, where the skin gets ripped off from the tail. Most likely he'll need to have it amputated, and that's what we're kind of assessing today. So we just kept him for a few days, had him gain weight, make sure he was eating well. He had surgery to remove the injured part of the tail, and by the time we left he was happy-go-lucky, gaining weight, looking great.
Helping the SPCA shelter in Houston, the need was there for us to be there to give them a little bit of a break that they all very much deserved. I worked with a couple of the people that work with the horses there. They're awesome. There was one particular horse there that stole my heart, made me cry. It was an older horse. He had been in the flood. He had horrible, horrible scabs up his legs, and they were wrapped when we got there. When we pulled the wraps off, the scabs were gone. He was healed. So we helped him quite a bit. I seen a couple go home, which was just, it was awesome to see people so happy to see their horse and to be able to get him. I've never seen a horse jump on a trailer so fast in my life. He was so happy to go home.
Never really stopped. Every time we go there, there'd be a new story about more people showing up with animals. To be expected with the amount of animals that were displaced from the flood. It was very shocking to see.
A lot of the people in the shelter that I worked with, they were working 7 days a week. If they were lucky, they could get one day off. It's definitely putting other people before yourselves and other animals before your own.
Even through the toughest times, people are willing to pull together.
I see animals in need, I see people in need, and I see the opportunity to help.
We're always going to see cases where we will need to step in and help them.
I think more and more this is going to happen, and whether it be environmental or man-made or what, we're going to have this need to help animals and to help our fellow shelters across the country.
That's where the critical response team comes in. We come in acting as ambassadors for these animals. We can be there for them whenever, wherever, because of you.